I am at Compiègne train station where today I'm headed to Vila do Conde to see Rio Ave versus Casapia. What do you know about Rio Ave? Probably not much. I can tell you they're a 5-time league champion. 4 of them were in the 2nd division. 1 was in the 3rd division. They've never won the Premier Division in Portugal. They're a 2-time runner-up in the Taça de Portugal, and they were a runner-up once in the Taça da Liga. Not a lot of history. Rio Ave is now the 2nd option for football in Porto, with the demise of Boa Vista and Leixões rotting away in the 2nd division. Now, I know that Vila do Conde is separate from Porto, but you are on the Porto metro system, so you're not as separate as you think you might be. I don't know much about Vila do Conde either. I know it's supposed to be a beach town, a beach community. It's supposed to be really beautiful. At least that's what I've been told. It's supposed to be one of the best places to live in not just the Porto area, but all of Portugal. And it's supposed to be better than Póvoa de Varzim. At least that's what I've been told. I have also been told that the stadium is a complete hellhole. It seats 5,250 people, which is ridiculous. I'm used to Vitoria's 30,000. But it's going to be an interesting afternoon, and we'll see what kind of mischief I can get myself involved in. My name is Howie. This is Positively Portugal. Let's get into it. Welcome to Vila do Conde. Vila do Conde, the actual villa, is a pretty decent place. It has pretty much every modern amenity you need. It's on the Porto metro system. But it's boring. It's dull. There's no video for me to shoot. There's nothing for me to show you. And here I am at this shithole of a stadium. And this is an absolute genuine shithole. I cannot believe that I found a worse stadium than the one in Vila das Aves. Now, in Vila das Aves, the worst thing about it is if a player gets injured, you gotta stretcher them off and go down a flight of stairs. You don't have to do that here. But have you ever seen a stadium that has only one stand? No, I have not. I've never seen anything like this. I'm trying to give you a 360 here. This is a fucking dump. Rio Ave should be relegated just for this stadium. Now, you can't really see it, but one of their sponsors is a beer. It is not Superboc, despite the fact that we are in the north of Portugal, and it's not even Sagres or Corral. It's San Miguel out of Spain. Spanish people won't even drink San Miguel. Yet this is a sponsor for Rio Ave? This is mind-blowing. Well, I'm here with my friend Connor. And Connor, you're from England. Is this a true shithole or what?
Yeah. Teams in the 4th division of England have better stadiums than this. They have 4 stands at least.
Now, Connor is a fan of Blackburn in England. They play in the Championship, which is the 2nd division of England.
That's right.
But even that has to be better than this. I'm absolutely shocked by how piss poor this stadium is.
Yeah, even the lowest teams in this Championship in England have a better stadium than
Now,
one stand. So
we
Accrington Stanley have a better stadium.
And we can barely see what's going on the other side of the field because of this stupid fence. What is going on in Portugal? Like, I've been to the Dragão in Porto. I've walked past the Estádio da Luz and the Alvalade in Lisbon. I'm a member of Vitória. The stadium in Braga looks really nice. And then there's this. What are we doing here? Does there really need to be 18 teams in the Portuguese 1st division? I mean, you could probably get away with having 10 teams, which would be 2 less than the Scottish Premier League. But if you had 10 teams, then you could play 9 opponents 4 times and have a 36-game season, and honestly, that would suffice.
Yep.
There's no reason for this stadium here in Vila do Conde
To be a first league stadium, like, it's terrible.
And right now, Rio Ave is in 11th place, so you can't say anything about them in terms of a football perspective. I'm sure their fans might disagree with me, but this is embarrassing. This is truly embarrassing. How can you have a worse stadium than an Avish? I'm absolutely stunned. When I went to Avish last season, it was Avish against Santa Clara. I said to myself, that's it. This is the peak of bullshit. And I was wrong, because I hadn't been to Vila do Conde yet. I hadn't seen, I think the stadium is called the Estadio dos Arcos. This is disgraceful. It's actually worse than embarrassing. It's disgraceful. What do you think, Connor?
Yeah. Honestly, it's just the one stand fact that's completely blew it out the water for me. I couldn't understand it. Teams in probably the 8th division of English football have a better stadium than this. It's crazy.
I'm stunned. And the funny thing is, it's like there's not a lot going on in Vila do Conde, but it's still a nice place. It had everything you could need to live comfortably. I didn't see any bars, though. The only place where I can get alcohol was grocery stores, and I'm sure that one restaurant that was across the street from the doner kebab place that we went to. But I gotta say, that doner kebab was absolutely banging. That was great. If you're ever in Vila do Conde, you want to go to a place called Istanbul, the capital of Turkey. But it does not make up for this debacle of a stadium. Before we got into this stadium, I said to Connor, you know what, that doner kebab was so damn good that I would go to another Rio Ave game. I am not going to another Rio Ave game. This is ridiculous. What about you?
No chance. This is the only time I'm ever in my life I'll be at this stadium.
I don't give a damn how good that doner kebab was. That thing could put a rainbow in my colon for all I know. But holy shit, this is... I've never fucking seen anything like this. Here, I'm going to give you another view. I don't even know if we're going to make the full 90 minutes of this game. What an embarrassment. So I want to give you a little bit of information about this stadium. They say that the capacity is 5,250. It's not even half that. Because 5,250 would be 2,625. And I think we've calculated there's approximately 2,500 seats here. I think we're a third of the way full, which would mean 800 something. This is rotten. This is as rotten as it gets. There's restricted view seating, limited view seating. I'm at a loss for words. It takes a lot to get me to shut my mouth. But holy shit, is my mouth shut. This is as bad and as rotten and as shitty as you can get for a first division stadium in Europe. So, can you hear the ultras singing? Yeah, just barely. Completely embarrassing. What am I doing here? Why am I here? Is anything even real anymore? Oh, get me back to Guimarães. Forza Vitória. That's a hell of a corner right there.
Short corner.
Short corner. It's like they took the fucking short bus. Holy shit. All right, so we moved up top, and from up top, the view is actually a lot better. This is still the absolute worst stadium I have ever seen, hands down. But the good news is I got a souvenir cup. See, Rio Ave. Ugh, I can't wait to get out of here. Okay, I am back at Campagna. We're gonna wrap this up here. Rio Ave beat Casa Pia 3-1. The second half was a lot more interesting than the first half, especially because we moved all the way upstairs to the last row of the stadium where we could actually see the game. As a football fan, this is very frustrating because I saw the potential with Rio Ave. I see the potential with the Vila do Conde community and the club, and having a billionaire owner, and having a metro station right across the street from the stadium, but that stadium is completely piss poor. It's thoroughly unacceptable. It should not be permitted in the Portuguese Primeira Liga. And you know what? I truly believe that 18 teams are now too many in the Primeira Liga. There should be mass relegations. I honestly do not have a problem with 10 clubs. You play 9 opponents 4 times for a total of 36 matches each league season. What I saw today should not be allowed. And again, it's even worse knowing that the potential is there. The stadium should be situated in between the metro station and the water. I think the water is about a 15 to 20 minute walk from the stadium, and by the time we got out, it was getting dark, so there's no point in going to the water. There just wasn't anything to see. And, look, at the end of the day, the beach is the beach. If you have water, you have water. If you don't have water, then you don't have water. I don't know if I'm ever going to be back in Vila do Conde. When I first got there, I said to myself, okay, I can live here. This is pretty nice. It's got most of what I'm looking for. But that stadium is just the apex of depression in Portuguese football. Again, it should not be allowed. Rio Ave should not be allowed to play in the Primeira Liga. I don't care what their position in the table is. I think they moved to 10th today. I could not care less. That stadium is more than an embarrassment. It's a disgrace. And again, it should not be allowed. But if they ever get the stadium situation straightened out, keep in mind they have a billionaire owner who can make it happen. The fact that they play in that means that Evangelos Miranakis is nothing but a scumbag. So, if you want more videos about moving to Portugal, the process of getting here, Portuguese football, anything Portugal related, please like the video, leave a comment, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell for notifications, and hype the video. These are the best things you can do to help a content creator on YouTube. I want to thank you all for watching, and it's true what they say. Absence makes the heart grow fonder. Forza Vitoria!